It's been 18 months now since the COVID pandemic started. We can all say it's been a professional roller coaster at best. But as the world opens up again, we see more and more in the news about companies forcing staff to return to the office. For us in the digital space, we've been really embracing a new normal and have decided to become a remote-first company. We've been quite lucky during the pandemic as business has actually been booming as a lot of companies and public sector clients just accelerated their digital transformation projects. But when we had to move over almost 100 staff to become remote first, it has had its challenges, as you can imagine. It's not been easy. So in this video, I want to share with you how we've gone through it in the last few years and 4 main tips to cover the key lessons that we've learned and how it helped us to stay sane and go through it to continue to support our growth and how it's going to impact that in the near and midterm future. Let's get to it. Hey, welcome to this new edition of Digital Blitz, your short brief on everything UX, tech and compliance. I'm Sylvain Reiter and I'm here to help you make better decisions and succeed in digital by delivering better experiences for your team and your customers. Going back in time, even before the pandemic, we actually started to expand our team internationally back in 2017, 2018, I think. It started with a single staff who was working with us in London and decided to relocate abroad, but wanted to remain employed. And as time got on, we started struggling to recruit Londoners on a reasonable budget. So we started expanding our horizon and found great talent in Wales and the north of England, and the team grew like that. We even started recruiting abroad. We found exceptional developers join us from Spain and Portugal. All of that gave us a good base. We had to put in place already 4 or 5 years ago some of those tools to manage remote communication and work with colleagues that were already abroad and remote. It's still more like almost like an exception, not really the norm. So in March 2020, when pandemic hit and we had to close our office and send everyone home. After a few weeks, we quickly realized that it would not be temporary. It's just not a matter of a few days like that. No one ever had to deal with this. There was no course or leadership training to start managing such a shift in those conditions and in such a short amount of time. As a leadership team, we just applied common sense and focused on taking care of our team and found a balance to align with our clients' expectations. So let's go into the 4 tips that helped us grow and almost double the size of our team in the last 18 months. The first one was to apply even more empathy towards our team. We had to adjust expectations and give everyone more flexibility when everyone was home and either with kids or a complete kind of lockdown in some region. It was very difficult for everyone. And as managers, there was obviously a risk of not knowing what was happening or thinking people were just slacking off. It was important to build a trust both ways, both from the employer and the employee. So we did this by just increasing the transparency and better communication on the project plan, explaining what needs to be done when, continuing to use agile methodologies, where the whole team was collaborating very well, like joining daily stand-up and showcase their work to colleagues at regular intervals. It was not really easy. We provided some training for everyone on mental health and support the line manager in managing their team remotely with more regular catch-up. The second point was taking care of the company culture. This was one of the most difficult part of the journey, I think. We already had good bond with the colleagues that we knew, but for all the new hires, for example, the onboarding is much more difficult when someone cannot just shadow or just walk around the office to meet everyone and catch up, understand what they're doing on a regular basis. As the world reopens and some people come back to the office, we have to make sure that everything remains fair, whether a person comes to the office or is remote. On the day-to-day management for this company culture, we had to be more efficient with meetings and allow more time for regular check-in, either one-to-one or virtual social event like a weekly pub meetup where we can discuss things outside of work around a beer. So all those social events really helps everyone stay in touch, and obviously more in-person meeting will help in the near future. The third tip is a bit more practical. It's about really planning the work and the processes across the organization. We've quickly realized that we all had Zoom fatigues and those back-to-back meetings and calendar filling up with Zoom invites. We decided to shorten the length of the meeting, reduce the size and the amount of meetings or staff in the meeting, making sure that everyone comes prepared with a clear agenda as well. It was very important. This allowed for some breathing space between meetings, just go for a 5-minute walk, or even encourage people to take meetings outside, just walking, when they can just listen in and contribute while being outside. Everything became a bit more asynchronous as well, with more writing and email communication or Slack messages. Similarly with clients, we had to improve our onboarding process and spend more account management time to strengthen relationship. And the final tips was really to invest in IT and infrastructure. You really need to have the right tool for people to continue to be efficient, continue to share files, communicate with each other. We allocated the budget for everyone to set up a comfortable home desk environment with better chairs, lighting, microphone. All of that was very important for the well-being of our team. Also, obviously, had to keep in mind the security and compliance elements. We upgraded our remote management tools and some of the cloud collaboration and VPN. All of that is going to continue to evolve as more people join remotely. Those are the 4 concepts that helped us grow and continue to grow, almost doubling the size of the team in the last 2 years. Moving forward, we'll continue to remain a remote-first company. As from a recent survey, I think only 6% of our team wants to come back full-time in the office. I think about 32% hybrid and almost 50% primarily remote. So the hybrid model is the new normal. We have to adjust to it. But obviously, we can't wait to have those company day out and meet some of those new colleagues in person. And now that travel is getting easier and coming back pretty much to normal, we're gonna organize more and more of those meetings. Can't wait for the next Christmas party and see what it looks like. I hope you can learn from this, and let me know in the comments below if you have other suggestions or other tips that have worked well or helped you personally or your business to remain efficient during those times, and how you're going to move forward. If you're still struggling to run digital projects remotely or going through this shift now, leave me some comments below or get in touch. You can watch other videos about digital optimization on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to keep learning with me and grow your career in digital. Until next time, stay safe and see you soon.